Alright, so today we are replacing a radiator and also a water pump on a Chevrolet Trax. I'm going to kind of walk y'all through the process. It's kind of a pain. This whole front bumper's got to come off. We're going to start right up here with all these little small clips and getting them out. You got probably 8 of them. I don't know, I didn't count, somewhere in there. Get all these pulled out and then that'll open up to get a little more room looking down in there, and then we're going to pull the front bumper off. Alright, got all these clips off, get that out of the way. So now we can get to our bolts right here up top for the bumper, and then also you got some in each fender liner. Next thing is going to be getting all these bolts out to get the fender liners off. This one right here I'm going to do with a ratchet because I do not feel like taking the wheels off or turning them. So generally, if you need more room for an electric ratchet, you can just turn that wheel in. These bolts right here, what I'm talking about. So you've got some clips that are located up in here that you get out with one of these bad boys, and then also there's some Torx bit bolts that are underneath as well. But one thing you do have to do is pop this loose from its holders, because this little deal runs all the way from the fender to the bumper. So you got to at least get it disconnected to back there. Once you've got this folded back, you've got a Torx bit here and then one buried way up in there, and that'll actually let you pull the bumper off. And once you've got that bolt right there removed on either side, you can just pop the bumper out. It's actually one single bolt, not 2 bolts, but get that popped out, and you can pop it out there, pop it out there. Now we're ready to get these bolts out. Looks like we've got 10 mil, 10 mil, 10 mil, and then missing 10 mil there, and 2 what looks to be 7 millimeters. So let's see. Get these pulled. Oh, wrong shit. Snap-ons. Oh, I'm hoping that this shade stays for a little while. It looks like we're already starting to get in the sun. 7 mil. 7 mil. All right. All right, we got some disconnecting we got to do under here. Like 10 mil and 10 mil. Let's get those out. Put that there. Lay on our back. Ugh. There it is. There it is. That should be completely loose down here. Oh, we still got something connecting us right there. Looks like a push pin. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do is get this plate right here off the top. Then we are going to get this these headlights out of the way. We're going to start here. Leave that connected. Boom. All right, next thing is this air dam can come out of the way. Let's see here. Pop all these little clips. Half of this car is held together by plastic clips. Gotta love it. I don't know though, push pins come out easier than bolts do. They're a lot quicker, so they don't really bother me much. Once you get the trick of getting them out without breaking them, it's not terrible. There we go. All right, now these headlights. Somebody said in a comment that I should invest in some steel toe flops. That'd be a good idea. Where you at? There you are. Let's see if this headlight will come out. Nope. Still got a bolt somewhere. There you are. Awesome. Put that headlight there, and now that we have the headlight out, we got everything kind of open. Actually, I can probably just take the radiator and slide it back and pick it up, but what I actually need to do is get access to that intercooler to unbolt it off of the radiator. It's already missing a bolt there, it looks like, and yep, missing a bolt there too. But what the plan with getting this off is to just give me more room to work up in here. Because we also have to replace that water pump that's right there. That's going to be fun. I'm going to go ahead and get everything that's attached to this thing unbolted. There's that. There's that. Go ahead and get these bolts out while I got the tin on. That bolt. Then there should be another bolt there and another one there. I'm gonna have to get those with a wrench. We missed some bolts. There is the bolts there, and then also you've got an 18mm here on either side, and there's a surprise 13mm on that back side you gotta get off. We have now got that core support off of here, so we've got all the room in the world. I'm gonna actually work on getting the radiator and the fan pulled as an assembly. I guess I still gotta drain the coolant first, but while I have the coolant draining, I'm gonna go ahead and work on getting this little cover off the intercooler so we can take and just lay it forward, and then yeah, should be able to work the radiator straight up and out. So we're gonna take this cap off right here, that way gravity can do its job, and then we're gonna take that drain plug loose at the bottom of the radiator, get it drained out. There we go, finally. And now I've already got it broken loose. It is a 13mm. And that's going to let our coolant start draining. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to do this the fast way. And just take this plug all the way out. There we go. That's what is nice about not having any of the bumper stuff on. It doesn't have anything to bounce off of, so that should fully drain our radiator. Now we are going to work on getting all of the stuff disconnected to actually get this radiator out. Quite a few things here, some connectors. Boom. And we got that hose right there. And this hose right here. And then a condenser and intercooler. Go ahead and get this intercooler worked off. This is just going to be clips like all the other stuff that's on here. It's all plastic clips. Got a few bolts, but mostly clips. Boom. Alright, now this should just work its way on up out of here. Or I guess not. Damn it. What's blocking us? This bar. So we need the bar out. Great. Boom. Easy enough. I want to see that's 13, so let's get our 13 millimeters. I love it when my tools are just sitting in the right spot for me to just grab them sometimes. There we go. Now this just comes out too. Set these over here. So we've got everything disconnected off this radiator. Hoses is off, transmission lines are out, disconnected, lower hose is disconnected. We've got our condenser just kind of tilted out of the way. So next thing is just going to be grabbing this joker, picking it up, and pulling it out. Let's see if we can go ahead and just clear this thing on up out of here. Come on, work out for me. Clear that damn intercooler and do this without putting a hole in the condenser. Boom, there we go. And what is holding us now? Trying to see what's holding me. Can't really tell. Feels like it's in this area. Oh, should be that. There we go. So you'll see how to get that radiator out of the way. I did it without having to take the condenser loose or lose any refrigerant or anything. I didn't even have to take the intercooler loose. So I actually had to put a water pump in this thing. Gotta get the air box off, that hose, a couple of other things out of the way. Get a jack under it to hold the engine because the engine mount actually has to come off, and that bracket to get the belt out. And then I'm gonna be putting a water pump in it. But pretty much for this radiator, watch this video in reverse and that'll tell you how to put it all back in. That's about all I'm going to do for this video, so appreciate y'all watching. Have a good one and see you next time.